Chelsea 0, Manchester City 2. It's a win to start off the Premier League season and a big 3 points in the bag. And that's exactly the sort of game we were looking for, because we had to keep up with Arsenal, Liverpool, and Man United. They all got 3 points. And I think that was a pretty big statement win to start off the year. And yeah, I think it was an all round of a performance. Obviously there were parts I think where we weren't at our best. Like there was definitely a lot of sloppy moments you could definitely pick out from that match. However, overall, I thought it was a very, very good match, and I was quite impressed with how we come back to the season. And yeah, so we'll go through the player ratings, go through each player, see how they did. Because yeah, overall though, I was very impressed. Let's start up top with the big man Erling Haaland. He had 2 shots in the game. One of them, the second one was probably should have done a bit better. Maybe probably could have been a good goal. But his first goal though, wow, that was vintage Haaland. Like within 20 minutes, he's taken the ball, he's pushed Cucurella away, and he's chipped it over the keeper. It was an absolute, it was a belter of a goal. I can't lie. I was so impressed with how 20 minutes in as well, and he's already scored. It's like we're back. We are so back with Erling Haaland. And yeah, and then what I found amazing is 3 passes in the whole game. He had 3 passes in the whole game. How many touches did he have? 17 touches. 3 passes. 3 passes. That is obscene. A Pep Guardiola player making only 3 passes. But the thing is, we don't care. Because he scored. That's his job. I don't care. He can have 2 passes next game. But he might score 2 goals against Ipswich. And I'll take that. Because that's all we want. We just want to see goals from Erling. That's all we want him for. I couldn't care less about how many passes he gets. It does not make a difference to me. Just put the ball in the back of the net. That's your job, Erling. And that's all I care about. And I think he did that perfectly. Go over to Savinho, who, yeah, I thought he had a decent game, I thought he was quite lively in the first half, and it was great to see. Created 3 chances. Yep, brilliant. His dribbling was amazing. It feels like having Doku and Savinho. It's brilliant because they're such similar players. Like his dribbling was amazing. Obviously, end product is something that they're going to work on in future. But I just thought his dribbling was superb. It was absolutely incredible. And if he can grow on that, he's going to be amazing. But I was very impressed with Savinho. His first start. Hopefully he's not too badly hurt. I don't think he is injured. We've not heard anything. I think it was purely precaution. But he's alright. But very impressed with Savinho. Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin's just Kevin, I thought he was all round. His all round play was alright, just brilliant. There wasn't really any clear cut moments. I can't really say from Kevin. There weren't anything. I'm trying to think. He had a couple of good shots really, but I can't really think of any standout moments from Kevin really. There were some moments where obviously he is getting a bit older. You can tell he's not making the same sort of runs that he used to. But he's still getting in the positions that we want him to be in, and he's creating chances here and there. So overall, can't really complain with Kevin. And again, a lot of people are just slowly getting back into the swing of things. So eventually, as the season goes on, they're going to find their fitness again, and then get into a sort of a rhythm, and then their sharpness, they'll be brilliant. They'll be really sharp, match fit, and that's all we really want. But so far, so good. So that's it. 3 players doing well. Bernardo Silva, I thought, again, classic Bernardo Silva. He's just everywhere. I'm convinced that man could play anywhere on the pitch. I'm utterly convinced he could. Because he was just everywhere. And the assist was brilliant as well. Kept himself on side, flicked it over to Erling. Absolute brilliant assist. Great passing accuracy. 3 chances created. He was just everywhere. And yeah, I've got no negatives really to bring up about Bernardo. But other than people just need to get match fit, because obviously there's quite a lot of sloppy moments really. But other than sloppy moments, which everybody had, you can't single out someone for that. Great player, great person, and yep, still the same Bernardo we saw last year. Jeremy Doku, right. This is one that split the fan base a lot. He's been given an 8 match rating. But I'm in the camp where I did think it was a bit of a... I don't know, I feel like I'm being really harsh on him. His skill and dribbling is next to none. It's unbelievable. But his end product is just, I don't see it yet. I just feel like he can't make a final pass in the final third. He can't get a shot off. It's like, in the first half he looked really confused and weird. That's why he was switched with Savinho. And obviously, but he did play a big part in the first goal. But ultimately, I think we just need to give him time. But yeah, end product was definitely not there. That's one thing that he does lack a lot. But his technical brilliance is just there. It's obvious to see. It's everywhere. But yeah, he definitely needs to work on a couple bits if I had to nitpick. But that is nitpicking, to be fair. So an 8 match rating, I suppose, is fair just based off his skill. But I don't know. He's still got some improvements to be made at, in my opinion. But that's just me being really critical. Mateo Kovacic, 8.6, man of the match. I wholeheartedly agree. Because I just think Mateo Kovacic is just... He's just an unbelievable... He's the most underrated player we have. Most underrated signing. The fact that we got him for 25 million, and then Chelsea go and spend 100 million on Enzo, 100 million on Caicedo, so 200 million for them two, and they sold Kovacic to us for 25 million. Kovacic is better than them two combined. Kovacic can do everything. Because he is just... I think the fact that we replaced Gundogan with him was brilliant. And to be fair, let's not say about Gundogan yet, because there have been some stories today about Gundogan. So we're not gonna get our hopes up, but we're gonna keep it on the low. But all I'm saying is Kovacic has done a good job keeping the Gundogan place secure. But if Gundogan does want to come back and fill that role, we won't try and jinx it too much. But I think Kovacic can. He's doing what Gundogan did. Not as good, but he's still doing the Gundogan role. But if Ilkay wants to come back and take over, sure, I'm sure Kovacic wouldn't mind. But yeah, Kovacic is just an unbelievable player, and I love him to pieces. Most underrated player we have, in my opinion. Well, I say that, then we get over to Rico Lewis, the 19-year-old superstar. How a 19-year-old lad can be a right back and a holding midfielder, can dribble, can be technically brilliant, can just do everything. Even though, despite his physical disadvantages, he's just brilliant. I absolutely love Lewis to bits. I just think, how as a little lad, Rico just baffles me. He's just so unbelievable. He's such a serious player, yet he still seems like this random academy lad that we're just playing. But he's not. He's a first teamer. He is. He's an absolute superstar. And he's got such growth ahead of him. Because it baffles me how good he moves on the ball. His movement on the ball is next to none. It's unbelievable. Honestly, he makes all these look so bad. To think what he's up against, he's a youth lad and he's up against all these £100 million players. He's light years ahead of them. He is. It's unbelievable to watch, and I just love every minute of watching him. So well done, Rico. Rico should be... He needs to get all the flowers that he can get, because what a player he is. Josko Gvardiol, again, he brilliant. To be fair, the defence didn't really have to do much, I will be honest. It was just sort of like... I mean, to be fair, if I had to sum up the defence as just one big unit, I would. But I would single out Ruben as the best defender, because he was just... It's the classic brick wall that he always is, Ruben. Everything about him is just solid. Like, nobody gets past him. Multiple times he made amazing inch-perfect tackles and just blocks everywhere on the pitch. And he's just brilliant. And then Akanji and Gvardiol just easily just back him up. Like, pair of them were great. But Ruben was definitely the superstar of the defence, so all credit to him. And then Ederson didn't really have to do too much, but I will critique him a lot on that Nicholas Jackson offside goal, which although it was offside, he still made an absolute massive error, which, he was lucky he was offside, but still, Ederson, come on, man. He can't be making them same mistakes, because if he does that in the crunch moments, then we're going to have some problems, mate. Like, he cannot be making huge mistakes like that. Like, he just can't be. Like, I hope he doesn't, because that would be awful. But at least he got away with it today because it was offside. And then Phil Foden obviously came on for Savinho, only sub of the game. And I'll be honest, Phil needs to get back into City mode because I saw nothing from him in the second half. I will be honest. Makes sense he's the only one without a 7 rating. I didn't really see him at all in the second 45. But to be fair, he's had very minimal training sessions. He's just come back from playing Southgate ball. So I'm not going to criticise him at all. He just get back in the swing of things, Phil, and he'll be back to normal in no time. But brilliant game. Both goals were superb. Kovacic's goal was incredible. Haaland's goal was brilliant. And yeah, we're up to 4th in the table now. Absolutely brilliant. 3 points on the board. And we've got Ipswich up next. Actually, hang about. Let's check the stats for the game. They had a higher XG, surprisingly. We had... It was a very back and forth game. I never did feel... I did feel a bit threatened by Chelsea. I can't lie. There were some moments. I'm trying to think. Like that. To be fair, that was a good save. Oh, that was a good save by Edison, actually. I apologise. I completely forgot about that save. I mean, I know it was just right at him, but still, he stood his ground well. And that was a brilliant save by him. Enzo had a misplay. There wasn't really many big moments, I can say, to be fair. But overall, it was a very back and forth sort of game, which is what you get when you have two teams that they're just coming back to playing professional games. But 2-0 wins we take. It could have gone either way, really. It could have gone either way. It could have been a 1-1, could have been a 2-1, but a 2-0 we take because I don't know. Chelsea were just so wasteful. Chelsea just have no fear factor about them, like I said in the preview. I just do not feel, apart from maybe Palmer, nobody has that edge to them really. So, and Cucurella got absolutely done in by Haaland. So that's that sort of end. That's that brought to an end. And yeah, so we're on to Ipswich next in the Premier League. That's on Saturday. So hopefully another 3 points at the bottom when we play them. But yeah, a 2-0 win and the Premier League season's back. Thank you all for watching this day after review, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.